Hello there, how are you doing? It is summer in Hong Kong, which means it is hot. I don't know if you've ever been here in the summer. It is currently in my studio right now because I've turned the aircon off, right, to do these videos. It is currently 34, 35 degrees, which is a little bit crazy. And yet I am sweltering, so I'm in a t-shirt, hoping for the best. But I do have with me my portable fan that somebody gave me. It's like a jet engine going off. Someone bought me recently. Now this, if you've ever come across this, go, it really does sound like it's going to take off. Whoa. So anyway, this is a disposable fan. Well, it shouldn't be a disposable. It's one of these portable fans that are everywhere at the moment, certainly here in Hong Kong, but I bet around the world coming out of China. And they are known as Facet. I don't know if you've heard the word fast tech, depends how posh I want to be. I mean, Fast tech is essentially something that's made, you have it, you're going to use it, the battery will eventually die, it will go in landfill. It will probably then be with us on the planet long beyond the end of humans on Earth, put it that way. It'll probably outlive all of us. But that's what it is. It's bad. It's really bad for the environment. We shouldn't be using them. We should have a replaceable battery, or at least recycle it. There are ways to recycle even gadgets like this. There is stuff in this, precious metals, that can be used for other things. But people don't. People don't really bother it. And there's been a bit of a talk about fast tech, which is interesting, but it reminded me about something that I spoke about a long time ago called Craptech. Now, Craptech, you might wonder, what is he talking about? What was Craptech? Now, in the late 2000s and the early 2010s, internet became prevalent everywhere in terms of Wi-Fi. Everywhere had Wi-Fi access. Everyone could essentially get on the internet wherever they want. It was sort of before we were really the world we're in now, where people are just on the internet and not really paying attention to what's going on in the real world anymore. Anyway, because of that, vendors thought they could make devices like fans. In fact, I've probably got fans, big fans in here that do this, like toasters, like kettles, like kitchen appliances that let you look at what's inside your fridge when you're not actually using it, that would be connected to the internet. And they were everywhere. They were coming from cheap vendors you'd never heard of from all over the world. Lots of stuff coming out of China that people had never heard of, no-name brands, as well as the big brands who were jumping on the bandwagon. And the reason they were crap tech is, one, they probably weren't built to last. That was one issue, but that's more of a fast tech issue. But also because often the Wi-Fi system that they were using, essentially the infrastructure or whatever was built in their Wi-Fi device was not secure, so it was easily hacked. So you could end up finding out that your fridge and your toaster and your kettle is part of some massive botnet that's trying to hack the world. Or they just wouldn't work as they were supposed to. They're just not very good. Rubbish tech that people brought out quickly because the internet was cool and everybody wanted to be on the internet. If you put a device out, the internet's cool now, it's got to be on the internet. Now, probably you see where I'm going with this. I was hoping I wasn't going to do another video on AI, but all we've got in the world at the moment is war and AI, and maybe AI created war at some point, who knows. But AI is producing its own very version of Craptech as we speak. I like to call it Craptech 2.0. Now, I've been following AI for a long time, big fan of AI, I use AI day to day, but I don't use it for everything. I don't use it for absolutely everything that I want to do. If I'm trying to go somewhere, I don't necessarily think, well, I'll ask AI where is the best restaurant. I'd rather just look some recommendations, look at reviews, things like that. AI does not dominate entirely my life, although I may not have a choice in this, because frankly, it is now being incorporated into everything. If you look online at any product now, any product that's trying to get some sort of purchase, including things like heaters, bizarrely, fans is a big one I've already mentioned, things like fridges, dishwashers I've noticed, kitchen appliances, and certainly anything tech related, be it cameras or even music players now, and obviously phones, that's pretty prevalent as well. They all have AI embedded with them. It seems like everybody has to have AI no matter what. Even though really, does this device need an AI? My camera that I'm recording this on, there's no AI capability, but I know the new model of this camera that I'm using to record on does have AI capability. I don't know what it does. I don't really know if it's needed, but it's going to be there anyway. And the thing is, we're now rolling out AI for the sake of it, and some of it just isn't very good. Now, if you look online in terms of products you can buy, both in terms of the consumer sense and in the corporate space, everybody wants something that's got AI on it. It's all over the news, it's all over TV. Every single ad you see is probably AI-generated actors, but telling you how great their new gadget is or great their life is. Now they're using AI to book their holiday or plan their travel or buy a car or get some money back on something. And it's gone a little bit too far. It's almost the point that people think, well, AI is going to solve absolutely every single problem, when it's not. And in fact, what's actually happened is there's been such a push to AI that I spoke about this in my last video, that people are starting to find they're not in work anymore. If you're not using AI to basically replace your workforce, you're being left behind. You're not making as much money, even though if everybody gets fired, who's going to buy the products that are being built with AI? I don't know. And I think this is a big problem. It's not going to go away, and I don't see a way to solve it short of some big disaster. Now, Craptech 1.0, where you had internet-enabled rubbish, that kind of failed eventually because people realized that their security was more important, their internet security. I think it's going to take something along the lines of AI to go wrong in some way for that to happen too. But there's no sign of that happening yet. One of the big stories recently was OpenAI's court case, the New York Times, where it's now obvious that everything you put into OpenAI or ChatGPT, or indeed any, probably I would say any AI, I was about to say AI program, but any AI device, anything that's using AI, chances are that it's memorizing, it's learning from what you're training it on. And this, again, whether you want it to or not, and even though people say it isn't, chances are it probably is. This is maybe something that people have more awareness of, that actually the fact they're using all of this essentially Craptech 2.0, this AI-enabled junk that doesn't necessarily do anything useful, and it's probably not as good as doing it in a traditional way, is ultimately a race to the bottom, but also is another way essentially for people to steal your data, much in the same way Craptech 1.0, where the Wi-Fi wasn't very good, was doing the same thing. I'm very interested in what you think about this. It's a short video because I'm literally melting as I'm speaking about this. But how many devices do you have? Think about it now. How many devices do you use, aside from things like a laptop and a phone, that if for some reason people are trying to shoehorn AI into them and say, you need an AI-enabled kettle or an AI-enabled toaster? No, I don't. I don't need an AI to decide how warm my toast is. I don't need it to decide what temperature my drink should be. AI-enabled fridges that I suppose you could have an AI-enabled fridge that if you go to the supermarket and you send it photos of what you're looking at, it says, no, you're already too fat, don't buy that. Then maybe that might have some credence to it, I don't know. But still, it doesn't make any sense. But nevertheless, because it's a way to make money and people are seeing AI as the new bandwagon, ignoring everything else, there's now more money being spent on AI, research into AI, than anything else in the world. Not the cure for cancer, not the cure for terrible disease, not the cure for famine, not the end to all wars. No, put more money into AI. And it doesn't make sense. It is a bit of a shame. I'm worried because obviously I've been a technology lawyer and a real tech enthusiast for a very, very, very long time. But I've never noticed, not since the dot-com boom and crash, which is way back at the beginning of my career, I've never seen so many people jumping on a bandwagon for something and creating things that perhaps we don't really need. And I don't know when it's going to stop, how long it will continue, or what the damage it's going to do to society in terms of people being replaced by AI rubbish will do before we realise that actually this was not such a good idea after all. Or maybe by that point everyone will have lost their jobs and there'll be some revolution, everyone will be fighting each other on the streets, I don't know, in a sort of Soylent Green way. Or maybe we'll have a Terminator style thing where the AIs finally become sentient and kill us all. If so, then if it is Craptech 2.0, it may find that its guns don't work and it shoots itself in the head. You never know. But we'll see. Anyway, that's it from me for now. I'm going to go somewhere it's much cooler. I am literally soaking with sweat just from doing a very short video like this, but it's good to see you all. I'll be back with more videos after the summer. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break. Maybe I'll try and go somewhere cooler than I am now, who knows. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Don't buy cheap AI rubbish. Take care.